I think on this issue, you now see how important bringing our transportation system into the 21st century is. You know, the Republicans have a plan, the Democrats have a plan, labor and business are on board with this, young people trying to figure out whether they want to make Connecticut their home. They know that this is key to the economic future of the state, is getting our transportation system fixed. That's public transportation, roads, bridges. This is something I want each and every one of you on board with. I want this fully deliberated in the legislature. I want us to go forward arm in arm, knowing how important this is and how we have to pay for this in an honest way. We have said very clearly that there will not be more than 50 gantries. And that's important because, you know, there's measles outbreaks all over the country right now. And I've also seen something called the measles map, which maybe some of you have seen in these anti-tolling rallies that have just hundreds of little red dots, like there's going to be a gantry at the end of every street corner. And that's false. That's false advertising. No more than 50 gantries, and not more than the 4 major throughways that we've identified. That's 95, 91, 84, and the Merritt. So what are some of the priorities we've got? I've got some of my friends here from Fairfield County. You know, I was just down there talking to a business leader. He says, you've got to fix I-95. If you can't fix I-95, I can't stay because I can't get my people to and from work. And so, you know, Joe has a very specific plan on how we could do that on I-95, how we can fix the exit ramp at, in Bridgeport heading north, how we fix the exit ramp in Stamford going south, how we take care of those major bottlenecks that slow up traffic dramatically there, which is killing commerce in that part of the state. And, you know, we do that along with congestion pricing. You can make an enormous difference on that artery, which is so key to economic development throughout. You know, you go further afield, you go to Waterbury, you've seen the Mixmaster. Some of us were there on a really snowy day talking about what it means to fix the Mixmaster. It's a question of public safety. These are old infrastructure, which is, we're keeping an eye on it. We're fixing it as patch, costing us tens of millions of dollars, by the way. You know, as Roland said, it ain't broke, don't fix it. Everybody agrees that's not a strategy, and just trying to patch through is not working right now. You know, going further down the field, you got the viaduct right here in Hartford. You know, what we could do there, you see those X's on the side of the viaduct? That means those are things that are structurally, you know, deficient. Joe's on top of it. We are fixing this. Again, spending tens of millions of dollars to keep the viaduct going and safe, but that's no way to do this going forward. And frankly, if we could get a revised viaduct, we do some things that are sub-level, we could open up the river, we could open up a Dunkin' Donuts, we could really be transformative for the city of Hartford. You know, further afield, some of us were at the Gold Star Bridge, you know, New London, a month or so ago. And we were told, don't park underneath the bridge right here because the concrete is coming down. Okay. You've got an idea of why this is such a priority from a public safety point of view and from a development point of view.
One of the things that I think we can all agree on is that doing nothing is not an option. We all agree that our roads and our infrastructure, our rails and our buses need the proper investments. Where there is disagreement is how we do that. But that shouldn't stop us from moving forward. And the growth of our economy and the infrastructure that contributes to the growth of that economy is too important for us to not address the issues that the state faces. So it's with that we are here today to make sure that we continue this conversation, that we put a fine point. It's not on one issue that tolls is the only answer. This is about a bigger picture. How do we grow the state of Connecticut? How do we make sure that we have proper funding, not just for our infrastructure, but we have proper funding in our other obligations in the general fund, and we don't crowd out funding that's necessary there for all the other issues that the state of Connecticut has to address.
When we talk about tolling, we're not talking about something we all want to do because we need to pay the bills. We're talking about the future of our state. How would we alleviate congestion on our roadways? How do we provide world-class transit options to our commuters and our businesses? When we talk to chambers of commerce and local business owners, this is the issue they talk about, how smart transit investment makes our state grow. The future is going to happen. It's going to have to be paid for. the tolling proposals before us, for the first time, allow us to make the necessary investments we need and have out-of-state residents pay their fair share.